What's up, wonderful souls? You are loved and respected for clicking this video. Big up to yourself, man. Here we are all about love, peace, forgiveness, unity, and all good vibes. You see, straight out of Africa with good vibes. Watch till the end. Tell us where you're watching from. Leave a comment there. You see, and can you be a good person? Lots of love to you, man. Good vibes till the end. Keep it tuned. Let's dive in.
I began to investigate 528 by a divine revelation that was given to a Dr. Joseph Paleo back in 1997, along with the original musical scale, the original solfeggio. It was 6 notes by which the hymn to St. John the Baptist was sung. That was known as the most spiritually uplifting hymn of all the ages. And the 3rd note of that scale was miracle note, 528. So it was ut, re, mi, fa, sol, la, and the 3rd note, mi, miragistorum in Latin, means miracles in English. So from that moment on, I began to think of 528 as something very special, but I had no clue whatsoever what it really was. I had no knowledge whatsoever about it being a love frequency, nor did I have any concept that it was the prophesied key to the house of David. In the book of Isaiah in the Old Testament, 22:22, and in book of Revelation 3:6-8, it talks in the end times about an angel from Philadelphia, the city of brotherly love, coming and heralding a miraculous key that opened doors that no man can close and closed doors that no man can open. I had no knowledge whatsoever that that was 528. And now we have substantive evidence, massive amounts of evidence. It turned out that when we discovered the original musical scale, there was not just 6, but a total of 9 core creative frequencies to the universe. That is, everything in the universe is made from 9 notes, only 9. And that the first 6 are the solfeggio, and then there's 3 additional ones that form a perfect circle of sound. And that perfect circle of sound looks something like this. If you graph it. So the first 6 notes, 396, 417, 528, 639, 741, 852, was the original solfeggio scale. The 528 that you can see on my left in green is the color green. It's the heart of the rainbow. That's the miracle note from the original solfeggio note, from the original solfeggio scale. And the other note that you see, 741, which is part of nature, is called the devil's interval in musicology. That when you play 741 with 528, it creates such an annoying and dissonant energy, diseasing, stressful, that if you continue to listen.
Much love to everybody, man. What was that thing?
All right, everybody. So I think we have the answer to why you may be feeling all the ascension symptoms: tired, nausea, vertigo, just Google the ascension symptoms, right? They're friggin' crazy. Are you ready for this? Look at the picture of this energy coming to Earth. Okay. This is on Sky News. This just came out this morning. Sky News, for those of you who do not know, it's the biggest news channel in the UK, right? Scientists baffled after extremely high energy particles detected falling to Earth. Okay, named after the Japanese sun goddess, I don't know, Amaterasu. Ready? It's one of the highest energy cosmic rays ever detected. Okay, it shows like the voltages of this. It says the origins of these particles are unknown, but experts believe that only the most powerful celestial events bigger than a star explosion can create them. What's bigger than a supernova? Portals, anyone? Okay. It says, it showed an energy level unprecedented in over the last 3 decades. The mystery deepens for scientists as the particles seemingly came out of nowhere. Oh, I wonder where that came from. Okay. So, yeah, that just pretty much goes on. Check it out. It's on Sky News, all right? It just came up. Think about this. Out of nowhere, the most unprecedented high voltage or highly charged particles coming out of nowhere. Okay, well, we are in a portal, and then we have another portal coming, okay, starting December 12th. And here's science not knowing the explanation of what's going on. See, people still are trying to wrap their heads around science and spirituality. A lot of people that are not awake don't realize that they're completely intertwined. Everything that has to do with science, everything that has to do with quantum mechanics, energy is spirituality. Everything is energy. This wall is energy. It's just vibrating so slow. It's a physical right now. Okay? Everything is friggin' energy. So here we go. We have science saying we have the highest energy, basically unprecedented, and we don't know where it comes from, coming to the earth. At the same time, a lot of people are experiencing all sorts of ascension symptoms. Their old wounds are coming up from the past, because what does light do? Light stirs up darkness. Light stirs up the stuff that needs to be healed, released, displaced. Okay, that's why you're seeing all the rioting going on in the world, because the light, a lot of people think, if light's coming in, it must be good. Yeah, it is good. But what does the light do? It's like shining a flashlight on the freaking rats and the cockroaches in the corner. Light shows truth. Okay, so it's stirring up all this stuff. It's stirring up. And then if you look at astrology, I haven't looked at the astrology lately, but I'm sure the astrology has something to do with it all too. How many of you have messaged me, you know who, and how many of you have been talking about how it feels like a retrograde, like a serious friggin' retrograde going on? That's why. Okay, so let me know what you guys think about this in the comments. Try to stay centered, try to stay grounded. We're shifting from carbon-based beings to light, crystalline-based beings, okay? This is some serious stuff that's happening. We're shifting from the 3rd dimension to higher dimensions, 5th dimension and above, okay? This is it. This is what light workers for decades have been preparing for. So millions are awakening right now. There's more awakening right now in the world than ever before that we've ever seen. Okay, so let me know what you guys think in the comments. Love to everybody.
Oh my god! What do you guys think about that?
There's a group of beings in the ancient text called the Igigi, and the Igigi were the working class version of the Anunnaki. But they weren't supposed to be slaves, but they were being treated like they were slaves. They got tired of this work and decided to go to war. So they actually got together and they said, we're going to go against the god of earth, Anu, and his 2 sons, Enki and Enlil. And so what happens is Enki says, you know what, I have an idea. Let's not go to war. There's an existing being on this planet. We can actually modify it and add our essence to it and get it to do the work for us. So that is when the genetic modification comes in.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Hi, I'm Amy Ayode, and I'm going to show you how you can heal parts of you that you may be completely unaware of that need healing. This is going to be unlike anything else on TikTok. It's really powerful and will hopefully give you an insight as to why I call what I do the reconnected self. So pause the video, because what you're going to do is you're going to lay down and get into bed to make time for this. Save it and do it later if you can't do it now. You're going to put blankets on your bed. You're going to get really warm. It's really important that you're really warm. To put socks on your feet if you need to, and make sure you're comfortable, properly cocoon, and you have time to do this. Okay, so close your eyes, and I want you to focus on your breathing as it comes in through your nostrils. And I want you to focus on the temperature in your nostrils, and just notice if it is different to what is inside your body, and to focus on that breath. And you don't need to change anything, just focus and observe the air coming into your body, and then move your attention down to your abdomen, and focus on the breath in your abdomen. And just notice the speed at which you're breathing. And just know that you don't need to change anything. You are already perfect. There is nothing to change. You are perfect as you are. Now observe how that feels, that phrase, you are perfect. How does that feel in your body? Can you feel resistance to that phrase? Can you access a part of you that is maybe raging at that statement, that maybe actively is disagreeing with the statement? Just listen. You are perfect. You are perfect just as you are. How is that part feeling? Is it angry? Is it upset? See if you can listen into the voice there that's disagreeing vehemently with that statement, and what are they saying? I'm going to ask you a question now, and I want you to listen in and hear what your internal voice is saying. And I want you to make sure you're not focusing on your physical attributes or physical ailments, but your personality. And just listen when I say, why is it you're not perfect? What is it that you have done? And just listen. And just listen to what this part of you is trying to tell you. Maybe it's some deep shame. Maybe it's major or minor transgressions, things that you've done from all different parts in your life. And just really try and hear what the episode is about. And once you hear you've heard the voice, I want you to cross over your arms. So one is on the opposite shoulder, and I want you to tap alternately on each shoulder. And we're just going to list all of the things that we've heard. So we're going to list all the things that that part is telling us. All the ways I hate myself for having done X. And just tap alternately. All the ways I'm punishing myself for having done this thing. All the ways I blame myself for having done this thing. And just say it out loud. All the ways I can't forgive myself for having done this thing. And just keep it in the present tense, even if it's your 4-year-old that's speaking, your 4-year-old part. All the ways I believe this because I was told it all of the time. All the ways I feel I'm ugly. All the ways I've taken on the feeling that I'm not good enough because I was told it all the time. All my deep beliefs that I can never be good enough. And just really listen to what the part is saying. All the ways I've taken on the belief that I am imperfect, that I am at fault. All the ways I hate my body because of this. All the ways I feel let down by my body. All the ways I hate myself because I was constantly told I wasn't good enough. And if you need to, just pause and list everything that is coming up. All of the beliefs, all of the feelings, all of the shame. And just list it all, tapping on your shoulders, and let it go. And just make sure you've got all the feelings of self-blame and feeling imperfect out. Just list all of them. Once you've listed everything, and you feel that you've got it all out, this is really important to do. I want you to put both your hands on your heart, and I want you to breathe in the colour right now that feels happy to you, like a really happy, vibrant colour. I want you to breathe it in through your hands. Imagine it coming in through your top hand into your heart. Just fill your heart up with that colour, and then let it beat that colour all the way out through your heart, through your arteries, down to the tips of your fingers. And then breathe it in again, and let it beat that colour all the way down your torso, down your legs, down to your toes. And then breathe it in again, and then send that colour up to your brain, so your whole body is really diffused in this colour. So you can see yourself now completely filled up with this happy colour. And know that that colour, that energy, is being infused into every single one of your cells. And it's restoring all of your cells. And as you've let go of everything that you are holding in your cells, it is now replacing it with this beautiful, vibrant colour. And so your whole body feels connected. And then when you feel ready, you can open your eyes. How did that feel for you? Which part did you access? I am genuinely fascinated to hear what everyone heard. So please drop me a note in the comments and let me know what feelings came in what way were you not good enough, in what way were you not perfect, and was it something unexpected? Was it something you didn't know that you were carrying? And also remember, each time you comment, this video will go to someone else that needs it. So if it's helped you, it's a gift to comment and to save and to share and all of those things, because it will help someone else, and that's what I'm here for.
Oh my god! Where is the tent going in such a hurry?
All right, everybody. So if you're seeing numbers 111, 444, 333, 1111, okay, there's a deeper reason than you think. Okay, the cool part is of course, if you see these numbers 111, 444, you can Google the spiritual meaning of 444, 1111, 111, right? Whatever it is, 2222, right? Whatever these numbers are that just kind of like stick out, right? More than any other numbers. And if you see them repetitively, then you might want to Google spiritual meaning of what that number is. And so say you see 3 different numbers throughout the day. Say it's 1111 in the morning, then 555, and then 888 later in the day. You can Google in order those spiritual meaning of those 3 numbers and kind of put a sentence together, or put a paragraph together, or a puzzle together, okay, to get the collective message of the day. So those are fun ways to do it. A lot of people call them angel numbers, right? But here is the real deep stuff. So a lot of people, it can kind of drive them crazy, right? What do all these numbers mean? Don't worry about what they mean. You could, like I said, you could look up the meanings, but just by seeing the numbers, it's unlocking codes in here, in your DNA. Okay, these numbers are literally matrix numbers, or the numbers that are breaking down the matrix for you, and they are helping you to awaken and ascend on your spiritual path. Okay, so you can look up the numbers, or you can just be like, thank you, universe.
Okay.
Your favorite celebrity has been alive for a very long time.
Honestly, I don't know. All I'm saying is it's crazy. Look at these two. Tell me they don't look alike. Okay, now I seen someone saying this is the same person. No, it's not. There's dude's name right there. Crazy, right? Funny how you say vampires. Maybe a little bit of a stretch, but I just thought it was funny. Now tell me that's not the same person. Well, it's not, but that's crazy. Check that out. Here's the name of this guy, because people were wondering. And then obviously that's Mark Zuckerberg. I think he was the king of France. Both have power. There's another one. There's the name of that girl. Now you guys love this one. There's his name. There's Big Alec. Don't they look just alike? Just fluffier? Guess that's Pope Gregory. Look into it. Check that one out. Now, I don't know if these people are vampires, clones, what they are, but these resemblances are crazy.
By the way, this video is scripted and for entertainment purposes only. Stay weird.
Oh my god! Oh, that's crazy!
A lot of you really seem to want to know whether acid can vaporize bone, so I got this beef bone, and here we go again. If you're new here, this beaker is filled with hot sulfuric acid and 37% hydrogen peroxide, which can effectively reduce any organic material to carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide is a gas which floats away, and ergo vaporization. As you'll see soon enough, this makes pretty quick work of the beef bone, but it's a lot messier than the shrimp or the fish or the chicken. The first reason for this is that the hemoglobin in the blood catalyzes the breakdown of peroxide into oxygen, which creates a lot of nasty, bloody, acidic foam. I actually cut this video twice and took the beaker off the heat when it looked like it was going to foam out of control. The second reason that dissolving bones is kind of nasty is that there's a lot of calcium in bones, and the sulfuric acid reacts with calcium to form calcium sulfate, which is insoluble gypsum. Because of this, instead of being left with clean acid, I was left with a thick layer of white gypsum at the bottom of the beaker. The bone is still thoroughly dissolved, but the gypsum is a bit annoying to deal with, and if there's enough interest, I might make a follow-up video where I show how to dissolve gypsum. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. It seems like people tend to, and if you'd like to see more content like this, consider following me here on TikTok, or if you'd like to see more serious chemistry, follow me on YouTube.
Oh my god! You see now, that's interesting and at the same time scary. Oh, chemistry, my god!
But aren't the swords sharp? Nah. In saber, the tip of the blade is kind of folded over itself like this. And then the edges of the blade are dull. But be careful, because you can still get slivers. In foil and epee, on the electric weapons, the tip is actually a button. And on the dry weapons, there's a rubber tip on the end of the blade. The only time that any of these weapons become even remotely sharp is when the blade breaks. But that's what our protective clothing is for. And obviously if it breaks, you stop fencing with it.
Oh my god! Which type of games are those? Oh my god, that's interesting.
Hot. Breathe. Unbreathe.
Oh, this guy is a magician. Oh, that's interesting. You see, these magic tricks are always very mind-boggling and peculiar because you don't know what those guys do. Is it magic, witchcraft, demons? Yo, if you have an idea of what magic is, please leave in the comment section. How is it even done? Like that one. Anyway, let's see what's going on here. Wanted item on black market. Which item is that? Some Coca-Cola bottle or what is this? Oh, definitely not. But something in another peculiar looking bottle. What is this now? Wanted on black market. What is this that is wanted on black market? Some peculiar looking bottle or what is this? Oh, this might be definitely something creepy. You see something that affects some soda like this. This is something creepy. What do you think it might be? Red mercury? Oh, I doubt, because we saw that mercury usually bursts the bottle, but this one it causes the soda to rise up, causing foam, and makes me wonder what that might be. If it's not red mercury, what then it is? Is it mercury bottle or what is this? Please share your thoughts on what this might be. Some peculiar looking bottle. Is it from Earth, out of space, or is it from? This is definitely peculiar and creepy. What else can it do? Oh my god, can it be used for cooking or something like that? Oh my god. And when a bottle of water is placed next to it, let's see what happens. You see now, this is creepy because they are testing it with the water and soda, just as red mercury what they had done with it previously in some episodes that has passed. Now the what? Oh, you see the water in the bottle is starting to change color. Oh my god, what is this? Is this bottle made of red mercury or is an element of red mercury, something like that? What is this? This is a weird type of bottle. How was it made? Oh my god. This now is very creepy. Creepy things all over. Oh my god. Anyway, you guys, thanks for watching up to this part, man. Much love to you good people. You are loved and respected. Leave a comment there on what you think about all these videos. And it will be very helpful. You see? You are loved. You mean this water was changed permanently? Creepy. Very creepy. That bottle looks like it can even cook stuff. You can use it to cook stuff, or it can change that head into something crazy. Oh, they should try that bottle near the head. It might change to a dinosaur or something like that. Who knows? So some people say that birds are previous dinosaurs or dinosaurs still. I don't know. Anyway, much love to all humans, treating animals well and others, and also showing and spreading love from wherever you are. You are loved and respected. Thank you watch till the end, and that way you can help spread this message of love, peace, and caring for one another. You see, that's what good people are all about. We help one another. We come through for one another. They care for one another. Even videos, they watch videos for one another. You see, to spread love. Much love to you, man. And if you think there's anything you need to say about these videos other than what's in the video or about the person reacting the videos, please leave a comment there. It will be very helpful because we don't know what's happening. We are very sad because it's like people now are not watching these videos and we are worried because we want this message to reach the whole world. The message of love, you see? So my good friend there watch, if you have an idea of how we can make this happen, please leave it in the comment section there. Or an idea of improving this video, something like that, leave it in the comment section. It will be very helpful, man. You see? We are family here. Good family. Of love, peace, and all that. Oh my god, you see? We get to see different videos here together. And you are very loved and respected. By the way, I'm humbled to be your host and to be watching these videos with you. And I'm really grateful and thankful to the universe for giving me this chance, you see? Because it's not normal. Even being alive today, even for yourself and you're watching these videos, you see, That in itself is a good deed and a good gesture. Much love to yourself, man. Hey, what's up with that wonderful guy?
Our sun is a stargate. So it is important to know this because when one is trying to regain their abilities, working with the sun is imperative. To look back on our history of control within this realm, we look to the takeover of the stargate that is our sun or soul, which was taken over by the Anunnaki. This stargate links up to a connection within Giza, which is of the 4th dimension as well. It also has a connection to the 11th. But the 4th dimension, which is our astral realm. So by doing this, controlling the DNA activations that our sun allows the human 12-stranded DNA template to activate into full ability in Christ consciousness. By controlling the sun, they knew that they would control this plasmic activation within the human form. So, when one is trying to regain their abilities, I can just tell you from personal experience. Okay, when I reached this place of 0 point, one of the craziest things that happened to me, I was with other individuals and my experience was completely different. So this is how you can go into a different dimension with other individuals around you not being able to see or remember what happened to you, and they will have a completely different experience. So I was, in my 0 point experience, what should have been about an 8-hour period of time, I went into a space of timelessness where I began to stare at the sun. So in this span of supposedly 8 hours where I experienced no time, I stared directly into the sun. So think about this. I stared into the sun for what should have been 8 hours, and I received just incredible downloads, just so much information, books and books of information. But at the same time, I experienced complete stillness, just this insane stillness, peace. And you know how there's always something we're feeling in our body, some sort of discomfort, or it was actually cold outside. I had no discomfort, just completely comfortable, still, at peace, and remembering so much of what I am. And I communicated with Source, or whatever being was communicating with me through the sun portal. So as I've come back and integrated more of this over years, I see that there is this trifecta between the sun, the earth, and water when we are regaining our abilities and reaching 0 point again. So you have this clarity. So I would suggest this, just to try this, because you also are getting in touch with the subtle energies, which is so important when you're understanding how to manipulate and work with energy again. Try to find a place of water. It's best if it's the ocean, a lake body, a creek, and you want to wait in the water, okay? And put your hands at the very top of the water, and you won't be able to stare into the sun directly unless you cap out of this dimension. But you can try to stare in it, at brief points in time. They told me that was an illusion, a programming, that we had this mental block about not being able to stare into the sun. So there's something that happens when you connect your feet to the earth within a body of water and you stare into the sun, it does something. Okay, you can create complete stillness, and in this, your environment is completely transformed. And you'll know that this is working because you'll go into this place of complete peace, and maybe you're in a space where there's absolutely no wind, and then all of a sudden you can tell if you've opened or changed the environment, if it gets extremely windy all of a sudden. And then this is what allows you to get downloads and remember things. So I hope this little bit of information is something that allows you to really go out and practice and start stepping into your power again. Lots of love.
Much love to yourself, man.
Well, God gave the commandment to Noah getting off the ark. God told Adam, eat fruit, vegetables, and seeds, no meat, in the creation. After the flood, 1,600 years later, Noah gets off the ark. God said, Noah, 2 changes. The animals are going to be afraid of you now, indicating that before that time, the animals were not afraid. You could walk up to the lion and, hug them and rub their, nose and all this kind of stuff. And it's fun. Isn't it fun here with all the different animals we had when they're friendly? It's just, I go pet the emus and they make that strange grunting sound and sit down and put their neck up, try to wrap their neck around me, and they love me. Okay. At least somebody loves me around here. So, and then the emu, yeah, they got a bird brain, that's why. So, but after the flood, God said, Noah, now the animals are going to be afraid of you, and now you can eat anything. Eat anything. Eat any meat, but no blood. So since the commandment was given to Noah getting off the ark not to eat the blood, Genesis 9, the Jews said, later God told the Jews not to eat certain kinds of meat. Don't eat the pig, etc., that has to have a cloven hoof and chew the cud. So he gave dietary restrictions to the Jews.
Yo, wonderful people! You see, you're all very loved and respected. Just for watching these videos up to this far. It's a wonderful gesture, you see? You know what this guy is talking about how things used to be in the past, before the floods and all that, and how Noah and the people on earth used to live well with animals. You see, now that was something very nice and incredible. It's why we're preaching love here and caring, you see, for the universe and for all those around us. That way, we can be able to live with people in peace and loving, and also animals, you see. If you care for animals and the universe and the trees, generally everything, we shall all be living in peace and good vibes, you see? And everything will be rewarding us, the universe, these animals, generally everything. The world will be full of good vibes, you see? Watch till the end, guys, kindly. Leave your comment there, hit the like button, you see? Because we are all one. You are one as me. We are all people in different bodies and pigmentation. But the soul is one, you see? So drop from wherever you are and let's connect, all of us as a universe. Leave a comment there of where you're watching from. Big up to all guys that have been doing work, hitting the like button, leaving some comments there. You are loved and respected. I wish the universe will reward you and resolve all your worries. You see? Let's keep watching, man. Good vibes till the end.
We are now in what's called the time of the Gentiles. This is the New Testament, everything after Jesus came. Old Testament's everything before. So when Jesus was ready to leave, to go to heaven, he told his disciples, I'm going to send the Holy Spirit, and there are going to be certain signs. You'll be able to speak with other tongues. And it clearly, when they did that the first time, it clearly named 17 languages they were speaking in. Everybody was all over the world was gathered, all the Jews were gathered in Jerusalem for the feast. That was the perfect time for these 120 disciples to jump up and start preaching about Jesus. But some of them were speaking in Swahili because there was a group of Swahili speakers there. And some were speaking in French and German and Italian and whatever it was, They were not speaking a heavenly language. They were speaking an earthly language. Read the story in Acts. So the people out there in the crowd said, how do we hear every man speak in our own language wherein we were born? It's obviously an earthly language. If God gave me the miraculous ability to speak Chinese, that would be the gift of tongues. Okay? It's the ability to speak a language you have never studied. Then, He said, when that which is perfect is come, that which is in part shall be done away. He said, I'm going to give you some gifts. You can speak with tongues, heal the sick, raise the dead. He gave all these gifts to the New Testament, and they did them all. And they're all recorded in the book of Acts, okay? Then I think when the New Testament, see, the New Testament church did not have a New Testament. It was being written. So when it was done, now I think it ceased.
Much love to our famous.
Do you channel ETs? Can you do that at will?
Yes, I did.
Could you do one now?
You just ask a question and I tune in within the question.
All right, my question to the ETs would be, are you from this universe or a different universe?
And the answer is we are from the field itself. Each fields become a fractal momentum, and in that fractal momentum, based on your frequency vibration, you project a version of us based on your belief systems that interact with you the way you wish to.
Are there other universes?
There are infinite universes within the field based on the vibration of the belief system. It's simply a perception, but everything in actuality is a stillness, and from that stillness, you actually create whatever you wish to go.
How many different ET races are there in, let's say, the universe that planet Earth is in?
The word of 300,000 comes to mind if you talk into galactic. We're talking not linear, we're talking parallel realities. Realities within the realities that are coexisting at the same time. The number is 300,000 from your point of view.
All right. How is planet Earth looked at by other ET races? What do they think of us?
Primitive, with all due respect. There's a lot of dogma and prejudice and injustice. However, you're moving to the next level.
Can we get to that next level?
You're already in. You just experience how you get there. Remember, into the quantum structure, everything already happened, and yet you're creating it to see it.
Is there a positive future for mankind?
Already is. You are living into. You just need to shift your vibrational belief system of the perception, and so you are in the field of it. From that momentum, you start acting on it, so you create the parallel timeline for it.
Is there a danger for planet Earth?
From perspective of fear, of course, because you will create, based on that frequency vibration, the reality of probability for you to experience the fear. Which one do you choose to experience?
We constantly hear the phrase free will. Do we really have free will?
Yes, you are. You always have a free will. However, if that free will ends up interrupting the natural process of ascension of consciousness itself, it will be stopped in its tracks, and consciousness will preserve itself to the ultimate.
If you could solve a problem for planet Earth, what would that be?
The heart. Getting
Explain.
to the heart has a specific chambers of vibration. Through your compassion and love, you're going to shift the frequency of your momentum in and now, and that will shift you and bilocate you into a parallel universe when you will see planet Earth is making in a new beginning.
Is the heart much like a brain where it has its own ability to think?
Yes, indeed. The heart collects the frequency vibrations that you projected in a quantum field, in your matrix, convert them in a special chambers, and they become very potent frequency that has the keys to open portals and stargates.
Do the ETs that we're channeling right now ever give us misinformation on purpose?
Depending who you're connecting with, sometimes in order for you to be preserved as a consciousness, misinformation will be given to some case in order the person to be saved. There are a lot of platforms in your planetary field that are wish to sustain the old belief systems in a matrix.
Do you believe in God?
God is a fractal expression of who you are. You are a fractal expression of God itself in the now. You hold the power of the entire structure of that frequency.
Oh my god! That just roast me!